Game, set, match.
Welcome to your daily serve of M&Ms.
I'm Maria.
I'm Michael.
And it is the 9th of January at 11 p.m. So, we've been very...
busy.
And very, I don't know.
I guess like absent, maybe? Is that the word? Or preoccupied, maybe? Well,
Preoccupied, but also too just very... Just not prepared.
Yeah, I was going to say disorganised, something like that.
Disorganised is the word I'm looking for. Yes, I'm a journalist.
Yeah.
Anyways.
She did ask to spell... something there was a guard in there. You asked me to spell guard.
I want to make sure I spell things correctly in emails. So I'm always very nervous.
Bumper guard.
Yeah, I'm always very nervous. Like, I want to make sure it's spelled properly. I think I know how it's spelled. I've never spelled it in my life. But I think the way you spelled it was where I would have spelled it.
Yeah, okay.
But I just need to make sure.
Fair enough. Anyways.
So, would you like to start with some news or a segment?
Ooh, I'm going to let you decide.
Segment.
Alright, we're going to kick things off with a segment. We've got a few segments as well. We're doing a Who Am I segment, a Would You Rather, and Maria's come up with a new one called the Over Under, which I kind of like. I like this. This one's going to be a fun one.
Okay, can I start?
Sure. I've got a few like little segments that I'll do because I don't think you'll have too much input. But anyways, let's kick things off with a segment. Which one are we doing?
Who am I?
All right. Let's go.
So, this person was born in Victoria.
Okay.
In 1976.
1976. So, hang on. That puts them at, what, nearly 50? So 49 then?
I'd say something like that, yeah.
Alright.
They played their entire 17-year career with one club.
17-year career with one club. Oof. So this is an AFL player we're talking about, yeah?
I feel like this might give it away, but I was nicknamed the Smiling Assassin during my playing days.
Oh, no. (1976) 17-year career at one club.
Do the next clue?
Sure.
I'm a 6-time All-Australian and captained the team from 2007 to 2010.
Only 07 to 010. Only 07 to 10. Okay. One guy at a club. Alright, let's...
Do we give you the final one? I'm going to give it to you. I hold the record for the most games played at the Western Bulldogs with 364 matches. 364 matches. At least that's what ChatGTP says.
Never a captain.
What?
Like, you didn't... He wasn't...
Was.
You said... Oh, he was a captain?
Was.
Oh, sorry, yeah, you said... Wait,
from
captain
2007 to 10.
07 to 10, okay. 07 to 10. Ooh.
He inspired the Bulldogs poster for when we won the grand final in 2016. Would you give up?
Yeah.
It's Brad Johnson.
I was going to say Brad Johnson, but... Oh my goodness. I didn't think he was a captain.
He was.
Damn, okay. Alright. And then I was like... I was trying to do the maths, and I was like, so he's nearly 50, and I thought, is he nearly 50? I would have put him at maybe like in his 40s, but not at 50. Okay.
When you smell it that much, it's hard to tell.
Yeah. Alright, do you want my...
Sure.
Alright.
I'm not going to guess it.
No, I don't think so. Alright, so... I need to get... Sorry, my keyboard was up and it was just in the way. Alright. Alright. So, who am I? Here we go. I'm a 3-time AFL Premiership player.
Yeah, I already don't know.
I was drafted under the father-son rule in 2006 at pick number 41. I stand tall at 6'6", and I've kicked 796 goals in my career.
Franklin?
Nope.
No, he's the 1,000. Sorry. Who?
I'm a right footer with a slight left to right curve on set
What
shots.
team?
This might give it away. These days, I keep busy on a hobby farm in retirement.
Jeremy Cameron?
No.
No, who? Sorry, no. You know who's the other guy? You got his name. Hawkins?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, cool. That's great.
That last one gave it away, didn't it?
It really did. Not just a little bit, a lot. Okay, so
What's new?
I just have cricket news.
You've got cricket news. Let's
There's
go.
like something happening in the world of squash right now. So,
What happened with the teams event? Which was like 5 weeks ago, but...
yeah, I forgot. Anyways, so in cricket, Australia won the Border Gavaskar Trophy. So Australia now holds every test prize in the men's competitions. Yeah, so we hold every single trophy.
Okay.
It's a great place to be. You can't. The only place to go is down now. Pretty much. So the challenge is to stay on top. As long as we have Boland, I think we'll be fine.
Okay. I was actually going to bring that up about Mitch Stark because... Was it Test 4 where he was showing signs of injury?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
Boland.
You got Scotty Boland,
We
hey?
got Boland. We have such depth, it doesn't really matter.
Isn't Scott Boland old though?
Yeah. Because it's so hard to get into the team. We have good bowlers.
Yeah.
You have to be perfect to get in. And sadly, no one's perfect, so...
Except Scotty Boland.
He's great. I don't know why I haven't picked him
What about
earlier.
What about Hazelwood?
I love Hazelwood. He's very consistent.
Yeah.
I think he's injured, is he not? I think he is, the last time I saw. Scotty Boland's also too in the top 10 of the ICC rankings for bowling, obviously.
Oh, what are you talking about? I thought you meant batting.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, no, that's exciting news. The only Victorian in the team that I can name. I think he is the only Victorian, so...
What did you think of young Sammy Constas?
It's good.
He's good?
It's good.
Not too bad for 19.
Cricket's like an old man sport. Like, everyone's in their 30s.
Yeah.
40s, sometimes they get to 50 before they retire.
Gaza!
How old is Nathan Lyon?
I reckon he's in his... He's got to be at least late 30s, probably in his 40s. Like, he is old. And, like, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like he's putting weight on as well. Not like that. I guess that doesn't really matter. If
He's 37.
So late 30s, okay.
Yeah, he's getting old.
Yeah.
I feel like spin bowler's lifespan is a bit bigger than the fast bowlers.
I think so. There's... I guess if you're a spin bowler, you're doing a lot more wrist deviation.
You're still not running up as much, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You're not exerting as much energy. You're not wearing down your, muscles as much. But
at the same time, you throw pies and people piss on them.
depends. I feel like in India, because when you play in India, it's such a spinner's paradise, if you will. So we tend to we pick more spinners for the team. So India's just really good at spin in general. So that was always going to be tough.
Fair enough.
Anyways. You got news? That's all my news for today, by the way.
That's all Maria's news. All right. Well, as far as news goes, there's a few things to unwrap. We have, I guess, first and foremost, is the Australian Open that is kicking off on Sunday. So literally in 3 days' time, or 2 days and 30 minutes time.
Nice.
Plus a couple of hours, I guess. But yeah, so AO kicks off on Sunday, Australia time. Aussie, mate. Yeah.
Talking about tennis, Tanasi Kokonakis had to pull out the Adelaide International, so there's no point in watching it anymore.
Not even for any other remaining Aussies, if there are any.
Is there any? I don't even know. All I care about is Tanasi, fam. Be my boy.
Okay. Whatever.
Why do you say it like that?
I don't think he's that great. But I'm not trying to make this a bad thing. I'm just...
Okay, you can be a little bit less judgmental. Anyways,
no, that's fair. I'm just saying I just feel like I don't get that excited over him as a player, but that's alright.
He's great.
That being said, I feel
He's had a lot of injuries, though.
That being said, I feel like there's not many players on the men's tour that I feel like I like. Their personalities are hard to follow. Do you know what I mean?
I guess you just...
Like Tsitsipas he's a good character.
Just like any Greek player, if I'm being honest.
And I think Kokonakis is he's got a good temperament as well. But
that's why I like him.
Yeah. I don't think anyone...
Has a bit of flair too, so,
Yeah. I just feel like, even like... I just... Like, when Roger Federer was playing, when he won, he just spoke so elegantly. You know what I mean?
I know, but he's in a different league, fam.
Yeah, I know. He is. He is in a different league.
But there's no comparing.
No, I know. But,
that's just mean.
I don't know who else there is to follow on the...
There's no one else gonna be like him, okay? We live in a new age.
I know.
Okay, with social media and people just, self-indulging all the time. There's never going to be another Roger Federer when it comes to personality, okay?
Oh, yeah. No. But, at least have your own personality that can at least attract, I guess, in the same fashion.
Everyone's so negative and mean nowadays.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, so I feel like I do get a bit more excited about some of the female players playing. I've been an Isla Tomljanovic supporter for so long. I just think her game is fantastic. And she speaks really well. She just needs to fucking win more. Just win more, okay? Simple as that. Easy. Anyways. Yeah, so 128 players on each side of men's and women's. Only one will come out on top. Do you want to... Do you have any thoughts on who might take it all the way?
No.
No?
I'm still waiting for Nick Kyrgios to win a Grand Slam. I might be waiting a very long time.
Kyrgios is actually... I'm not a huge fan of his personality. Except for when, 700 drinks, bruv.
I feel like he's very authentic and honest.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
no,
he doesn't... Like, there's no... Like, he just tells it as it is. And I feel like people don't like that because it comes off as very abrasive.
Well,
I feel like the other thing I like about Nick Kyrgios is that when he like he does some really crappy stuff, right? But then he recognizes that and it's like, yeah, looking back at it, shouldn't have happened. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what I like about Nick. He's very, like, obviously he has some behavior issues. He knows that, but like he's himself.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know what I mean? He's not trying to be an emotionless robot.
No. Look, I get that. It's just, I think people look on tennis as being a fairly classy sport, and he doesn't bring the same degree of class that the other competitors bring. You know what I mean?
Well, he originally wanted to play basketball, but he never really wanted to play tennis. But because I was easier to get into tennis than basketball in Australia, that's why his dad
Fair enough.
going to do tennis. So, and in a Nick Kyrgios perfect world, he'd be playing basketball right now, not tennis.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's where I feel like that's why he is the way he is, because I feel like it's more basketball culture.
Yeah, definitely. I can agree with that. But yeah, I'll tip my hat off. Nick Kyrgios has probably the most fluent swing of any player. Some of these players, they look like they just... I feel like every time Nick Kyrgios hits the ball, he's hitting it 50%. Do you know what I mean? It's just so smooth. I'm just like, okay, whatever. Hit it harder.
Nice.
But yeah, that's just how I see it. But
yeah.
Do you
want to do another segment?
Sure.
Okay.
But yeah, I think, I don't know, I'm going to go, I'm probably going to take Carlos Alcaraz for the men's, and for the women's, it's a tough one. Probably, I don't know, I feel like it'll probably be an American, maybe like Coco Gauff or even like Danielle Collins possibly, but maybe Sabalenka's red hot, but I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. So, let's do Would You Rather. I have 3.
Okay, I have 5 Would You Rathers.
We'll just do 3.
Alright, we'll do 3 each.
We'll go alternate, okay?
Yep.
So, mine are all cricket. It's a cricket edition for me.
Oh, God, okay.
Because Australia won. So, would you rather be a batter who scores the most runs in a season but never wins a championship? Or be a bowler who takes a hat-trick in the final to help your team win?
I think you got to be a bowler that takes a hat-trick, right?
If we learned anything from this test series, bowling wins games.
Yeah. Does it ever? That being said, you could take a hat trick but still give up like 300 runs. It's like, that's not that great.
I don't know, but like it's been this test series has been a bowling series. It's honestly.
Oh, sorry, I forgot we were alternating.
I've been waiting. Left me hanging.
I was like, is there another? Oh no, that's right, that's me. All right, here's the first one, and you can ask for context as well. So, would you rather play Hania El Hamami in a small PSA Grand Final? So small being, like...
Obviously,
let's say like a 3K...
Yeah, go.
Yep. Or play Jessica Turnbull in a larger semi-final.
I've played Turnbull before.
Yeah.
I want to play Al Hamami. I'd get thrashed. I'd get bageled. But it's Al Hamami.
That's fair. I feel like, and the other like I said that Hamami was the grand final opponent, whereas Turnbull was like a semi-final opponent.
Yeah. Yeah, I get more points.
Yeah. I just feel like, you know, like there's a certain like mental drive that takes you into a grand final. You know what I mean? In a grand final, your mentality is so different to what it would be in a semi-final. Do you know what I mean?
It's like fun. I really got...
And it's like, it's like, I don't care. I will pull a hammy if I need to win this
An alhamami.
game. I'll pull an alhamami.
Anyways. Okay, I'll do my next one. Would you rather face prime Brett Lee? Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Okay. Bowling at full speed?
Okay.
Or bat against Shane Warne on a turning pitch?
Did Brett Lee, was he the one that set the cricket bowling speed record?
I think he was one of the fastest.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I thought it might have been him that said it, but I could be wrong.
I don't remember, if I'm being honest.
No,
Shane Warne. Spin bowler.
Yeah, I know who he is.
If you don't, Google is free.
I don't know. I feel like probably Shane Warne. I just feel like if it were me, I would just... If I were a batsman, I would step up on the crease, hit the half volley and piss on it over the fence.
Okay. I don't think that's going to happen, but okay. I think you underestimate Shane Warne.
I mean, I've been a baseballer all my life. Like, the hardest thing to hit in all of baseball... Okay, the hardest thing in all of baseball to hit is a change-up. It's the hardest pitch you can ever possibly hit. But... How do I put it? Okay, as a pitcher, I remember one of my mates. It's a really short story. One of my mates, we were having a chat, and we just said, "Here's the deal with pitching: if you can't beat them with fastballs, don't be a pitcher." Right? In other words, go up on the mound and throw nothing but fastballs. If they hit it, then your fastball isn't fast enough, kind of thing. So, speed is a real factor, right? And I know
I just feel like you're underestimating spin bowling, that's all.
But if you hit the half volley, it doesn't have enough time to spin out of its deviation. Like,
how far are you running out of the crease, fam?
Oh, I'll literally hit it on the bounce if I have to.
No, I feel like you're just underestimating spin bowling, the art that it is.
I mean, maybe, but I've also hit a cricket ball with a cricket bat, and
so have I.
It is the easiest thing in the world. It's the easiest thing compared to baseball bats.
Okay.
Baseball bats are round.
Okay. Ego boost, go.
Alright, whatever. Where's my second one? Alright. So, would you rather receive an autograph from Bont, Michael Clark, or Joe Weston?
Why you do this to me?
Nah.
I probably have to go Joe Weston.
I felt like you probably would go Joe Weston.
Mm.
I know that you want one from all three.
I do.
But I feel like you've probably, maybe in some fashion, maybe looked up to Joe Weston as an athlete.
Yes, she's my fave.
Yeah.
And I love her.
Yeah, and I thought that's probably why you would take that. But you still love Bont.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The King of the West. If you know what I mean. If you don't, just Google Dan Does Footy.
People panic for no reason. I'm just like, yeah, okay, he's training. He's probably there for a holiday or something. I don't know. People are just like, oh, this person was spotted here. Must be talking to other clubs. It's like, fam. But everything is football related. It's off season.
Honestly. Like, and that happened like, what? Was it just before New Year's or just after New Year's?
I feel like it was before New Year.
Like, bro, the season starts early March. Like, first week in March.
Like, I think we're just on a break, and I felt like we just want to get some training done and ask if we could use the facilities. I don't think it's that deep.
Honestly. Like, he's not changing clubs. Like, for you know, with the season literally, like, just around the corner. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not happening.
And it's just crazy. I don't understand. Anyway, I feel like people just like, oh, no. That's just bad journalism. Anyways.
Go to the third one?
Oh, yeah.
Let's
You
do
talk
this.
too much.
Sorry.
My last one is, would you rather
Would you
win a T20 World Cup or win the Ashes series in a thrilling test match?
I'm taking the Ashes every day of the week.
I
I
know.
want to rub it in England's face.
Yeah. I like the Ashes. It's great.
The other thing, I don't know, like, I feel like England's probably one of the only real opponents that Australia ever have. Like, anytime that Australia play the West Indies, it's just like an absolute bloodbath. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like our top competitors are India. Probably England, but they're not really that great. They're not as good as what they used to be, if I'm being honest.
No, that's fair.
I mean, they don't have straw broad anymore, so...
Yeah, no, that's 50% of their team gone, right? Just there.
Yeah.
All good. Ready for my third one?
Sure.
Alright,
And last one.
third and final. Would you rather have a sponsor for your rackets, club benefits such as like saunas and gyms and stuff, or even court access, or accessories such as grips, socks, strings, things like that, headbands, wristbands,
First one.
rackets?
Yeah.
Yeah?
They're the most expensive part.
True. But you go through grips pretty quickly as well, and you always like your sweatbands, and I know how much you love your socks. By
But
the way.
I can reuse sweatbands, and I can, socks don't wear out quickly, right?
Mm.
So I feel like rackets, they're expensive, but I like to have about 5.
Mm.
So that's like $1,000 right there.
Okay, and not even like saunas. You could like club benefits could even be maybe like a physio as well. Club
Yeah.
physio. Would you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need all the physio I can get. Oh my gosh.
So are you changing your answer to club benefits then, or?
I thought there was 2.
No. I said rackets. So there's 3 rackets,
Oh.
club benefits, or
I
accessories.
thought the rackets and club benefits were the same.
No.
That was the dream. Oh, far out. Club benefits, fam.
Club benefits.
My body is old. I'm 25.
She's old. She's 25.
My body doesn't move the same when it was 20. It's not the same.
I was actually surprised. Like, this morning we got up, we went for a run. That run sucked. I was dead. Like, my legs were killing me.
I'm surprised because I was like, I woke up, I was like, yeah, my calves are sore. They're messed up.
You ran really well.
And I was like, this is going to be a bad run.
Yeah.
I did better than I expected.
Yeah, I know.
I chipped off the pace on my last run, so I was
Mm.
like, oh, okay, I'll take it. And then I had to stop because my calf kept on hurting, so I was like...
Yeah. Well, like I say, like the morning run killed me. Like my legs have just been killing me like for all week. And then we went to squash, and for some reason I felt all right. Like going into lunges and stuff. I'm like,
Oh
what?
no, I felt crap. That's why I said long game. And then you kept hitting these really nice shots. I was like, Finn, I can't run. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Stop doing that. Meanie.
I was like, I feel alright to move. And then we
I
went
didn't.
to... And, like, even last night, I'm just like... I was convincing myself, I'm like, I don't want to do gym. I really don't. I feel like I just need time off from gym. And I went to the gym and I basically just did, like, back and traps and stuff. And I was like, what? Okay. I had energy I didn't realise I had.
Yeah, welcome to my world. It's a lot of exercising even when you don't want to.
Lol.
I was really sore today. I didn't want to do anything.
Mm.
But I did it.
Anyways. I have a little bit of news to
Mm-hmm.
keep going through.
Do news. Keep it short and sweet, please.
I'll try my best. So, let's talk NFL. And this is basically just me talking into the microphone because Maria's not even remotely interested in this. So, the NFL playoffs begin this weekend. It'll be our Sunday game, which is America's Saturday game. That's the first two games of the playoff, the wildcard weekend. Wildcard weekend features... It's a bit different this time. They've done all the AFC games first, and then they do all the NFC games afterwards. I don't think I've ever noticed that before, and I think this is just something that the NFL think is probably going to boost the ratings. So, the very first game, we have the Chargers at the Houston Texans. We also have the Steelers at Ravens for the late game. On our Monday, so their Sunday, Broncos at Bills, Packers at Eagles, Commanders at Bucks. And then last but not least, we have the Vikings at the Rams, prime time on Tuesday, our time. So yeah, I am looking forward to this wildcard weekend. There's a few games I just don't care about, but I think...
I don't care about all of them.
But I think some of them are going to be really, really fun to watch. And I'll come back to my predictions at the end of the podcast. What I want to focus on, though, is all the coaching updates, I guess, or the tracking of coaches that are effectively leaving and the ones that are applying for the open vacancies. And yeah, there's effectively... Give me a second. Here it is. There are effectively, I think, 6 teams. There are 6 teams that are looking for new head coaches. They are the Las Vegas Raiders, Chicago Bears, New Orleans Saints, Jacksonville Jags, New England Patriots, and the New York Jets. Actually, I want to get your thoughts on this. All right. There are two coaches of those 6 teams that only had their job for 1 season. New England Patriots fired Jared Mayo, whose team went 4-13, the exact same record that they had last season. So 4-13 last season, 4-13 again this season, under 1 year under this guy's coaching. Would you have fired a guy for 1 season, given your team was so dreadful the previous season?
I feel like that's a bit harsh.
That's really harsh.
At least it didn't make you worse. Oh my god.
Like, honestly. And like...
Consistent.
And like, the reality is, we all knew that New England were receding. Like, they were getting worse. We all knew it. Right? So, I just feel like that's a brutal call to make, just to tell New England that... Sorry, to tell Jared Mayo that he's done in New England. And there's so many, like even Tom Brady, I think, said that was a bit of a wild call as well. Like so many NFL
Just a year
heads.
though, oh my, that's like the beginning of like a romantic relationship. What do you mean?
Yeah, no. It's just like, oh, like, yeah, she looks good on, like good arm candy, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then you go in a year and you go, you put tomato sauce on your steak? Oh, that's just, get out of here. It's like, what?
That's just crazy.
That's crazy
I don't
as.
understand. Like what? Like what? Like for coaches, I feel like it takes a lot longer than a year to make a change.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. And, you know, the reality is, like, you go through one coach, one season, you bring in another guy. Well, actually, the previous coach was Bill Belichick, so he was part of the Tom Brady dynasty and stuff. And then,
So he's old, basically.
yeah, he was old. And then this new guy comes in, who's a lot younger. And, you know, like, what's next? The basically the same team have just had 3 different coaches. You know what I mean? It's just, I feel like you wouldn't have any faith in the organization if you're just going through a revolving door of coaches. Do you know what I mean?
That's sad.
Yeah.
That is sad.
And the same thing happened to the Las Vegas Raiders coach. He was the interim coach for last year, so he basically came in for the last 4 or 5 games. But this was his first official season as head coach, and he got fired as well.
What happened to 5-year plans, fam?
Like, honestly, I didn't even think the Raiders were that bad, right? Like, you're in a division with...
This sort of happens when you get too picky and high maintenance.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Me.
Dude, I liked Antonio Pierce. I thought he was great. He brought like a really fierce aspect back to defense, which was great. So, anyways. So, based on the NFL's released, I guess, like, snapshot of coaches that are applying for the current vacancies, I think the most likely fits are probably going to be Las Vegas would pick up Brian Flores, who is the defensive coordinator for the Vikings. Chicago pick up Mike Vrabel. New Orleans pick up Kellen Moore. Jacksonville pick up Joe Brady. New England pick up Ben Johnson. And the New York Jets pick up Aaron Glenn. Yeah, but if this were me, if this were who I would take, regardless of who's applied for vacancies or if they haven't, I think the number one coaching position is probably Joe Brady. I just think he's just done a remarkable job with Josh Allen. And if so, he probably gets the best, like, first pick as to where he wants to go, and I think he'll probably... If it were me, I wouldn't want to go to New England or the Jets, knowing that Josh Allen is going to be in that division. He's going to beat you up twice a year. So you want to get out of there. Probably the best place to go is Chicago. You got a brand new quarterback there. Everything's humming. It's probably the right fit. Next up is the next best would probably be Ben Johnson, the OC for Detroit. I would send him to the Jets. Again, it's probably just the most desirable fit for him, I think. Then I got a bit of a toss-up between Mike Vrabel and Kellen Moore, who would be the 3rd and 4th best, but I think Vrabel is probably 3rd. He'd probably go to New England, I think. He is the guy that steadies New England out for the foreseeable future. Then we've got Kellen Moore, who I think is a brilliant OC. I think he would take the New Orleans job. I think they have a ton of offensive weapons, and I think it's a fairly easy division to win. That's the place that I think you would want to land Kellen Moore. After that, I think you'd probably have Brian Flores taking the Jacksonville job, and then Aaron Glenn taking the Raiders job. But again, I think Joe Brady's number 1, Ben Johnson 2nd, Vrabel 3rd, Kellen Moore 4th, Glenn, Flores, Rex Ryan, Ron Rivera, Liam Cohen, and Doug Peterson are probably my top 10 of potential recoaching candidates. So yeah, that's my NFL coaching analysis. And all I want to talk about finally, before we move on to maybe our last segment, is we've got some interesting quarterback markets regarding Jimmy G and Sam Darnold. And I know a lot of people really want to hate on Jimmy G. I think Jimmy G can play. I think he's actually fantastic. Like, it's just, I find it crazy that people just don't recognise how efficient Jimmy G is. He hasn't played all season, and week 18 they ask him to start, and he throws for 300 plus yards, 2 touchdowns. He threw a pick. Okay, whatever. Threw a pick. But like, you know, he was literally one down away from winning the game in Seattle. Like, this kid can play, and everyone beats up on him because he missed one deep throw in the Super Bowl. Like, I just find it absolutely crazy. The kid is accurate. It's just, if this were me, I would probably be, if you need a quarterback, right? There's probably 3 quarterbacks that you would want to be taking: Sam Darnold, Jimmy G, and probably Joe Flacco. If you're really in need of a quarterback, I think teams that need quarterbacks are probably going to be Cleveland, the New York Giants, but they'll probably pick one up in the draft, and Las Vegas. So Las Vegas probably being the most likely suitor for Sam Darnold. But yeah, so watch this space. Watch this space. That's all I can say. Anyways, let's hit another thingo.
Okay, so the last segment we have is over under.
Oh yes, this is a good one. I like this one. Let's go.
Okay. So I have one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, do you think Brad Johnson kicked over or under 550 career goals?
Hmm. 550. I'm going to go under.
Well, according to ChatGTP, it's over. He got 558.
558. Okay. Interesting. Anyways, so Maria's done like a bit of like a historic over-under. It's like a true-false over-under. I'm doing a bit of a prediction style over-under. So, here's my over-under. Do you think the Sydney Swans will have over or under 9,000 handballs in the 2025 season?
What's the average?
Sorry?
What's the average?
I mean, they had over 9,000 last year. So I'm asking, do you think they can repeat that?
What number specifically did they have last year?
Like 9,200 or something, I think.
Under.
There's like 3 teams that had over 9,000.
Under.
Under?
Yeah.
Alright. Interesting.
Are you going to remember to fact check this at the end of the season or not?
No, I'll check. Yeah, I'll check it.
I'm not going to remind you because I'm going to forget.
I
really couldn't care less.
Well, our viewers can fact check us in like 10 months' time.
If they care.
I think Sydney will go over again. I just think Isaac Heaney was the powerhouse to Sydney's dominance last year.
Bulldogs 2025.
I have Bulldogs finishing top 4. And when I say top 4, I mean exactly 4th on the ladder.
In your wildest dreams.
I think they are going to be finishing 4th on the ladder. I have Sydney 2nd.
You're more of a Bulldogs fan than I am.
I mean, I don't like your coach, but I think your talent like Sam Darcy was great. He's fantastic.
I know he is. Tell me something I don't know.
He's fantastic. I think he's gonna kick like probably goals this year. I think he's going to go off. He's going to have like 6-goal games. He has a bit of like Jeremy Cameron flair about him. Do you know what I mean? No, you don't see it. Whatever. Anyways. So that's basically Maria's segments and stuff done. I will give you a few things to finish up. So firstly, I'm going to do my NFL rank-offs. Basically, I'm just going to tell you which I think is the worst team and the best team in the playoffs for the NFL. Even though I think they're great, I still just don't think they're humming.
Make it quick, please.
I will. 14th, I've got Pittsburgh. 13th, yeah, I just don't think they're not
Pittsburgh
there.
for the win, yeah.
13th, I've got Denver. 12th, I've got Washington. What did I just say? 12th. 11th, I've got Tampa. 10th, I have Houston. 9th, I have Green Bay. 9th. 8th, I have the Rams. 7th, I have the Chargers. 6th, I've got the Vikings. 5th, I have Philadelphia. 4th, I have Baltimore. No, sorry. 4th, I've got Kansas City. 3rd, I've got Baltimore. 2nd, I have Detroit. And 1st, I have Buffalo. That is my NFL rank-offs. People might think, why is Kansas City so low? They are just not impressing me. They don't blow teams out, and I think that's going to hurt them in the long run. The reason Buffalo beat them this season, they beat them by more than one score. Simple as that. And I think that's what Buffalo will aim to do again. And I think even Baltimore can do that to Kansas City. So I just don't think... I know a lot of people want to back the Chiefs, go three-peat. I can't see it with the way they're currently playing. So, regardless, I'm excited for the NFL playoffs. Now, my predictions for the weekend. I'm going to take the Chargers, and I will take the handicap if you're into the markets. I like the Chargers and the points there. The Baltimore-Pittsburgh game. This is a tough one. It's 9.5 points. I think I like Baltimore here. Mike Tomlin's a great underdog coach, and they're division rivals, so it could be close, but I just think Baltimore's offense is just humming. It'll probably devastate them. Then we've got Buffalo and Denver. I think I like Denver with the 8.5 with Buffalo to win. Denver have just been putting up crazy points. Bo Nix doesn't really turn it over. It could be a fun one to watch. But I think Buffalo do get that win. Green Bay at Philly. I actually like Green Bay plus the 4.5. Again, I think Philly will probably win this, but I just feel like it's just going to be a close game, I think. I think it could be 23-27 to Philly. I think we all know Saquon is going to go off, but I'm not ruling out Green Bay. Then we've got Washington at Tampa. I think it's fun. The line has changed. It was 3.5. It's shifted 2.5. I liked it better at 3.5. But I think Tampa is probably the better team. This is probably the most fun game to watch all weekend. Neither team really has a defense, but their offenses are fantastic. And Baker Mayfield is absolutely sensational this season. He is just playing for his life, and I love it. And last but not least, we have the Vikings at the Rams. I like the Rams to actually just win this game. It's their home field. We have Matt Stafford's coming back. Puka Nakua's coming back. Their offense is humming. They started the season 1-4, and now they finished it like 9-3 or something. They are solid. And I know the Vikings just got a little bit embarrassed on the primetime game in Week 18, but this will probably be a fun one. I just feel like the Rams can edge this one out, say 28-26 or something. And yeah, they are my picks for this weekend's NFL. So yeah, is there anything else you want to add?
Nope.
All right. Anyways, so with that being said, if you couldn't hear, we've also been having drinks because why not? Gym, drinks kind of goes hand in hand, right?
Not really, but
anyways, stay tuned. We'll try and keep a little bit more on top of our podcast in the coming weeks, just to make sure that we're not doing 50-minute ones, but we just haven't done one for a while, and I had a few things I want to get off my chest.
You always do.
I know. Anyways,
to make them more concise.
I'm trying. I had a script and everything, and it still didn't work. Anyways, yeah. So let us know if you agree with our rathers. Do you like what we've said with who we'd rather this, that, or whatever? Yeah, leave the comments in the comment place.
Comment section down
comment
below.
section, that's it, down below. Like and subscribe and
share with your friends.
Have
a laugh.
Yeah. And the more likes helps us get sponsors. I'd like to think it does.
Technofiber. Hey.
Technofiber. But yeah, otherwise, till then, remember, bet on the underdog.
Stupid.